The universe began with a big bang, and for some time there was nothing but very hot matter flying at all directions at the speed of light. Very shortly, though, the first star appeared. Its name was Methuselah, and for a long time it confused astronomers who thought it might be older than the universe itself. Soon after, a cosmic scale appeared, and it was the first black hole. Scientists believe they are what left of the exploded stars. At the same time, cosmic dust and matter became ionizing, forming new stars. In the end, it led to thousands and millions of stars appearing in space. The universe left cold after that enormous explosion, but it started heating again. In 100 million years, stars began forming clusters as we know today as galaxies. The earliest of them didn't include any planets, or it mainly consisted of stars and interstellar gases. The oldest ones have been believed to be born in a relatively small patch of sky called Hubble Ultra Deep Field. It includes over 1,000 galaxies. After some time, the first known exoplanet was born. It's been moving at the orbit of 2 stars at once. Soon after, the Milky Way started taking its shape. The Milky Way only started forming only about 200 million years after the Big Bang. 11.5 billion years ago, a peculiar planet popped up. Captain B is the oldest known exoplanet similar to Earth. Nobody knows whether it can be inhabited, but it didn't have more than enough time to develop life. The temperature of the universe began to fall, but at the starting of the 11th billion years ago, it all changed. Newborn stars stopped sending out so much energy into space, and the first metal-rich stars began appearing. Metals made them cool down at a higher rate, so the universe on its track to becoming habitable. As the universe continued to expand, the Milky Way goes growing and taking the familiar shape until about 8 billion years ago it had only its thick disk. About 7.5 billion years ago, something happened a long way from our galaxy, and a gamma ray burst traveling across the universe, reaching Earth only in 2008. This was the brightest one ever observed in history. About 7.2 billion years ago, the average temperature of space was only 5 degrees Kelvin or minus 450 degrees Fahrenheit. 6.5 billion years ago, the Milky Way started taking its recognizable spiral shape at long last. 6 billion years ago, dark energy, the most mysterious force in the universe to this day, somehow accelerates the speed at which the universe expands. Gravity isn't the only force that keeps objects apart in space. 5.5 billion years ago, the solar nebula began collapsing. This nebula is what would eventually become the solar system. In the meantime, the Milky Way finally became a complete bad spiral. 4.6 billion years ago, what mattered most to us, the formation of the Sun. It took a couple of million years for the Earth to be born. It was extremely hot back then, and there was no chance for any life to survive. After a few 100 million years, the first living creatures appeared on Earth. And at last, good and bad things started to happen, but Earth holds the record of being the most beautiful planet in the universe.